Previously on Sailing and Fun.
We spent the day on our own private little island, doing some exploring and swimming and just relaxing. We swam with some more sharks out at the reef and had a few spectacular days of snorkeling, and some that weren't so good. And we shared some tips on how to avoid having a disappointing snorkeling trip of your own. We were surprised when we were inked by a cuttlefish, and then we spent some time cruising in the beautiful Atlantic Ocean. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the sailing and fun, and thank you to our current subscribers. And visit Vimeo.com, where we have early release videos with extended footage, deleted scenes, and uncensored content. And of course, you can find us at Patreon.com/Sailing and Fun, where we have a little bit more about our refitting and more of our sailing adventures. Thanks again for watching.
Oh my goodness. Look away and then look back. It's like a tropical slap in the face.
Starboard is the one that he has been working on, and you can tell there is a clear difference, pun intended. It's looking really good, and we're going to go around and demonstrate what we're doing and what we're using and what you can do to make your windows sparkling clear.
Thanks for that recap. Before, after, after, before, before.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we're doing the windows today. We have Lexan polycarbonate windows, which is very durable window. It won't crack or split. They actually use it for racing car windshields and bulletproof glass on vehicles. The downside is
I hope we never need that.
the downside is it oxidizes over time, so it gets a film or a cloudy coating. So we're removing that today, and we found a product that worked really well, so we're going to demonstrate how the product works and our results. The window, Lexan, is very easy to scratch. You can actually scratch it with a paper towel. So
Wow, really?
yeah, I mean, that's a small scratch, but it's just the surface is just very easy to scratch. All right, we're going to get started here. First step is to clean the window, and we're going to clean it with just some wet paper towel to get off the large debris or any dirt, that salt that is on the window. You want to make sure you remove as much material as possible so you don't add or deepen any of the scratches that are on the surface.
You want to talk about what we're using?
Yep, we're using the Meguiar's headlight restoration kit, and we used this is the heavy duty. It's marked on the package heavy duty. We did not use the heavy duty last time, and we got very minimal difference, so our results were not, I couldn't even tell it did anything.
Actually, I think it got worse. I'm not sure what happened, but I think it got worse.
Yeah, if you want worse results, you can use the light duty. That just scratches it and doesn't
Hopefully
really.
it wasn't user error. Hopefully it...
So the trick is this kit comes with 1000 grit and 3000 grit sandpaper, and I think that's the big difference, because I could see the oxidation lifting off. And if you see on the package, they show before and after. The before has a yellow film on it, and that's kind of what, when you sand, you'll see the yellow film come off, and it reveals the glass. And so the 1000 grit has more bite to it and takes off the oxidation. The 3000 grit removes the scratches that the 1000 grit leaves. So
Now, here, question for me. Why
yeah,
would
your
we...
hand's raised. Go ahead.
Thank you. Why would we go with a polycarbonate window if it is so susceptible to scratches?
Well,
You said it would scratch with a paper towel. If if it's like bulletproof glass and it's what they use on race cars, I can imagine that the racers would want their window to be as scratch-free as possible. So why go with this kind of material?
The strength is definitely something that's good on a sailboat for front-facing windows. If a piece of metal or incoming wave or any kind of debris hits the front windows during a big wave, it won't crack or let water in. So that's the reason we went with them. Well, you just have to be aware the material surface is sensitive to scratching, so use a squeegee and soap and water, and just don't wipe it down with anything that has dirt on it, because it's just that's the only, as far as I can tell, that's the only weakness in the material. And they say you're supposed to do left to right swoops and lightly. And that will, if you do have scratches, they won't be as obvious as like a swirl mark. Yeah, wipe it until you do not have any debris or discoloration on the towel. That means the surface is ready to go. Next, we're going to grab the 1000 grit, which is the red disc, and put wet down the windows, because this is a wet sand.
We had a whopper of an anchor, he said. Sometimes I see anchors out on these larger boats, and I think, how the heck is that going to hold that boat? I mean, I guess I don't know about anchors well enough, but some of them seem undersized for the vessels they're on.
A day-use anchor that you can monitor, it can be a very small anchor, but if you want to sleep well during a storm at night, you just need a bigger anchor.
That makes sense, I guess, because...
So it depends on how you're using it.
Yeah,
left to right with slight overlaps.
And what kind of pressure do I put on?
Aggressive at first, and then you can lighten up as you go. Because you want to see like a yellow kind of toothpaste type material coming up. That means that's oxidation coming off of the window. That's what that film is. Remove the first layer. Now the amount of times you have to do this will depend on your level of oxidation.
So you want me to sand it again?
Yeah, make sure you clean your disc, because you don't want to rub, if you have a grain of sand or anything in there, you're just going to create a bunch of deep scratches.
Am I finished with that?
Yeah, now you can move to the next disc, which is a 3000. And you just repeat the steps. And this is a much finer grit, so
Same motion?
Yep. So it should slide a lot easier, and again, you just wipe it until it feels slick, or you don't see any material when you clean it with a paper towel. See, there's a lot less stuff coming up this time, right?
Yeah. This isn't even our project today. This is like a side thing. We're supposed to be working on the floors. How did I get roped into working on the windows?
We got a lot of rope.
Well, your rope's getting shorter.
So what do you think?
I think it's barely yellow. Oops.
Yeah, I don't even see the paper towel. It's so clear. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, good.
Oh.
This is like a liquid sand. That's what this does.
Oh.
It polishes it like finer than sandpaper can. You want to dab it on the window, otherwise it'll sling off the boat.
Okay, go ahead again.
It's already looking pretty good. The polish is making it kind of a mirror finish now versus cloudy and rough. If you polish long enough, the material will work into the surface. Say that window took you about 10-15 minutes?
I don't know, it seems to be taking forever, but yeah, it didn't take long.
And I mean, that was a majorly...
It's not a ton of elbow grease either, I mean. Yeah. Oh, is that all I do? What's the next step?
That's the last step.
Oh, that's it? I don't wipe it down with a fluffing cloth or anything?
So that's where we're getting into the difference between a headlight and a window. I applied the sealer, which is a clear liquid. And
you mean last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did not like the results, so I'm going to skip that step and see how long this lasts before it clouds up.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe. Next time, the season comes alive as we decorate the boat for Christmas and take a trip to the Keys where we spend the holidays. We do some cruising, a little bit of sailing, some dolphin spotting, and we'll take a visit to Sombrero Beach in Marathon. See you then!